European Union foreign ministers are meeting in Malta to discuss Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's referendum victory and whether Turkey can still be a candidate for EU membership. They'll be meeting with the Turkish foreign minister Mevlut Çavuşoğlu to try and diffuse tensions with the bloc. Let's go straight to our reporter Elena Casas, who is in Brussels for us. So, Elena, talk us through the agenda of today's meeting.
Well, Europe's foreign ministers are, as you said, meeting Turkey's foreign minister to discuss the referendum victory and Turkey's supposedly ongoing accession talks with the European Union. Although, of course, as we know in practical terms, those have been frozen for some time. A number of European countries, led by Austria and its foreign minister Sebastian Kurz, are calling for Turkey's accession talks to be suspended altogether. Kurz says, as he went into the meeting earlier today, that the pretense that Turkey might be able to accede to the EU needs to end, and some other countries have followed suit. The Netherlands, for example, has expressed concern about Turkey's recent record on human rights and the rule of law, and also said that the European Union needs to step away from closer relations with Turkey. But that point of view is far from unanimously held among EU countries. The German foreign minister, for example, has said that talks with Turkey need to continue, that suspending them would send out absolutely the wrong signal, and that the European Union needs to rebuild its relations with Turkey. So there's really quite a significant amount of division here. A couple of important things to bear in mind, though, are that we don't quite know how much the Turkish government really wants to continue with its accession talks either. President Erdogan has suggested putting the idea of joining the European Union to a referendum in Turkey, which of course could then reject it. And he's also suggested reintroducing the death penalty in Turkey, which would in itself be a move ending Turkey's talks with the European Union, because no country that has the death penalty is allowed to join.
So, Elena, why is it that we have this sort of disagreement between EU countries on how they approach Turkey?
Well, fundamentally, I think the countries taking a more pragmatic approach, you might say, like Germany, are concerned about the geopolitical fallout of any further breakdown between the European Union and Turkey. Germany, for example, is known to be concerned about a breakdown of the refugee agreement that was brokered last March, which significantly reduced, of course, the number of refugees travelling to Europe from Turkey. Germany does not want to see that breakdown because, of course, that could increase the numbers arriving in Europe yet again. Countries like Austria and the Netherlands that are keen to, if you will, take a harder line with Turkey, at least that's how they would put it, are countries that have long been resistant to the idea of Turkey joining the European Union. A number of countries, including France, for example, have always said since Turkey first made its application in 2005 that they were reticent to the idea of the majority Muslim nation joining.
OK, many thanks for that update, Elena Casas there in Brussels.